Today I'll be building the Lego Botanical Collection Succulents. So this was a set that I got from my mom for Christmas. It was actually really lucky that I was able to get this when I did. It was the last one that they had. There were a bunch on hold, and one person happened to not pick theirs up. So I was able to get it. It's an interesting size box. It's very thin. It, it's a really odd shaped box. I don't know if it's the same as the orchids that you can sort of see back there. It's different than the flower bouquet, I know that. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I really did like this set when it was first announced. I think after building it, the orchids are probably my favorite. But I think this one is pretty good. So, just go through this. I'm assuming that this will have 4 instruction manuals, or 3, just because it has the 1 and 3 thing in the corner, which I believe was also on the Winter Village set that I've recently built, and that had 4 instruction manuals, because I think it said 1 in 4 or something like that. So I guess these are the instructions here, and it's kind of nice. I like that. I feel like I haven't seen that before, but I really like that those are in there. Sort of prevents it from being bent. Oh wow. Okay, so it looks like there's one bag. So 1 bag for each person. So in this case, if you were following the 1 and 3 thing, there's 3 bags. So 3. Seems like it's going to be a really quick build. It's a lot of small pieces. That's why it's 771, I think, is because of the size of the parts. And then I'm assuming in here will be 3 instruction manuals. Yep. Book 1, 2, and 3. So, yeah, 1 coincides with the number on the bag, which is good. Okay, so when these came out, they hadn't updated the instruction manuals, I don't believe. No, this for sure has a lot more going on than the newer instruction manuals do. Okay, I really like that they put that in this packaging, because these instruction manuals, they're really thin, but they're really nice, so I'd like that to be in more sets. Of course, in small sets it doesn't make sense, but in sets above $50, I'd say I really like this concept of having them in these boxes, just putting them there. The succulents. It's good that I can read this, or not good, never mind. Just so I actually know what exactly I am building. Is there okay. Bag 1. Yeah, I don't think when they made these instruction manuals they'd switch to those newer ones. Those instructions are just way too detailed of an image to be the new instruction manual, or the new instruction manual. Yeah, it's interesting. It's 771 pieces, but it really does not look like that, and I think it's just the size of the pieces. Probably less so here. You look at this bag, like it's all small parts. And I'm assuming that 3 of those builds will be on here, so I think each one is built on these, which 6 by 6 plates. And then of course some are taller than others, some sort of spread out more than their actual base, and then some are smaller. Maybe still all of them fit on this base, I'm not 100% sure. But I think you can sort of move them around and display them as you like. And I think these ones really have a much more different display than the other ones, which are all like potted plants, like the flower bouquet back there, or the orchids. Quite a bit different. I'm just going to push this back a little bit. Yeah, I like that a bit more. So yeah, I'm excited to put this set together. I have quite a few sets to build, and I'm sure planning to do some more building streams. I really enjoy doing them. And I think I have some sets that would make decent build streams. The modular police station is one that I'm excited to build and probably do a stream on as well, maybe multiple, sort of see how it goes. But I must say I'm for sure not going to make a review on these because I just do not have the knowledge of these to feel comfortable doing a review. But yeah, I think these look really cool. I've always liked the Botanical collection since they started it, and I think so far I like the 3 sets that have been announced: the wild flowers, the dried flowers, and then the small set, the dandelions, I believe. I think they all look quite like pretty good sets. I'm excited to see. I think it's. I'm excited to build those. Right now, I think before I get any of those, I would like to get the bonsai tree. I think that's a really good-looking one, and one that I think it would just make sense to get one that will be retiring, I believe, next year, 2023. Before the ones that will retire in a couple years. But I think looking at this, this one is sold the best this year, just from what I've seen at my Lego store. This one has for sure been sold out more often. And last year and the year before, I believe it was the flower bouquet back there. Really popular set, it seems, and these flower or botanical collection sets just seem to do really well, so I wouldn't see them stopping anytime soon. I will say that I think they might not sell as good this year's ones, just because I would say, for me personally, I don't think they're the best ones. I think last year's sets are both better than the upcoming sets. I was just putting 2 studs underneath these leaves instead of 1. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to, maybe just some videos that I have in mind that I want to record. I have 1 more week off after this one, before I go back, so I really do want to film some videos next week. I have 4 videos filmed currently, and I tried uploading them, and it just really messed up, so I need to, I was trying to schedule them. I really like scheduling uploads, because when I'm really in the mood to just sit down and do YouTube videos, I can just schedule 4, 6, 8 videos, and instead of forgetting to post videos that I already have recorded, like these ones that I should have had posted, a couple of them before Christmas, and that just never happened. So I'm going to post those ones, even though they're not going to do as well as they might have if I had posted them on time. But this video, or this set, I probably won't have video, but there's other sets that I've been building that I for sure will review for next week. I do want to work on a review for the Office set, just because it's my favorite Lego set ever, and I'd really like to have a review up on my channel for that. And there's a few other videos that I think I'd like to do, sort of recapping things from the year, even though when I would get to record it, it'd already be 2023, and it wouldn't really make all that much sense. So maybe some stuff I'm excited for in the upcoming year. Maybe be one that I work on. But yeah, more build streams for sure, something I want to do next week. This one I think is, okay, so it actually says it on the instructions what this is. Orange Echeveria. Sounds interesting, and it looks interesting as well. so far, like, all the colors you'd want to have covered up seem to be covered up, which is really nice. One thing, a couple that I've really just been enjoying that has probably stopped me from working on videos is that a week ago or so I sold my 3DS that I had, and I sold it with a bunch of games, a few cases, and I got more than I thought I was going to get for it. I got $350 for it, and then I put that money into a OLED Switch and ordered that, and it came a couple days ago, and I've been really enjoying it. I bought Pokemon Scarlet for it, and I've been really enjoying that game. I haven't had the issues that other people seem to have had with it when it comes to just performance. Um, it's been really good for me. Um, and I've really enjoyed playing it. So yeah, uh, I played some more today, and it's been a fun game. But one not so great thing is I start doing these streams and I say stuff that I have no clue what I'm even talking about. So here's the first one. Looks pretty nice. I think it'll look even better when it's combined with all the other ones by themselves. I don't think they look overly great. There are a few that are better than others. I think it's going to be in the second bag where my favorite two come into play. But yeah. But back to what I was saying about even it's not been exactly great, is that I've collected Pokemon cards 2 times. I stopped collecting the last time. When after the Sun and Moon base set came out, I had just terrible luck with my pulls. I think I ended up opening about 20 packs. I think I might have got 2 holos. That's pretty much the extent of what I got. And so I haven't thought about collecting Pokemon cards. Actually, maybe a year or so back I did watch a few videos, but that whole idea sort of faded. And then I started playing the game and really enjoying it. And I have a bad feeling that I'm going to start collecting again, which is just not a good idea. Especially collecting Funko Pops, Lego. Especially in a year in Lego when there's going to be a Lord of the Rings DC, or at least a rumored one. Luckily for that, I do have quite a few VIP points saved up. Indiana Jones, and some cool stuff. So it's probably not the greatest idea, but I think the possibility of me starting collecting it is higher than not doing it, I think, at this point. But I'll see. I don't think it's something I'll make videos for. The only time I think I would is the planned video that I think I talked about a few streams ago, where I was just talking about a plan I had for a video in the future. And that's really the only case that I would do it for a video. Sort of on the side of something I would enjoy. And sort of go at it in a different way than I had before. This one is, I don't know exactly what this one is, but it looks interesting, and I think the more that come together, I don't even know how many of them there are in this set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. And yeah, okay, so I'm assuming there's 3 each bag. Would be what. Looking at the next one will have some of the bigger ones, so I'm assuming the small build is also going to be in that one. And then the dark red one, and like the one with all the egg pieces, which one thing that I really like about this theme is the interesting piece usages and just all the different colors that pieces have in this theme that you wouldn't expect to see, like that Demogorgon headpiece on the orchids is a really interesting one. I am looking for a part I seem to have lost. Oh no, it was right in front of me the whole time. One thing that I'm excited for coming up, or I guess it's a little while, but the LEGO convention in Toronto, Bricks in the Six, has not happened for the last few years. It was cancelled for the summer last year and the years before, of course. And it's finally happening again this year, and I'm really excited about that because I was quite disappointed. I guess it's still possible, but I've really wanted to go to Brick World Chicago this year, or this upcoming year, and I don't believe I will in the summer just because I have a co-op, and because of that, I will be busy doing that and probably won't have enough time to do that. So yeah, I was disappointed by that, but I feel a lot better now knowing that I'll still have a chance to go to some sort of LEGO convention, because it's really close to me, so I can just easily get to that. And they had like some sort of VIP package that was on a Friday night, I think, even though I would still have my co-op then, of course, but I'd get off and I can just go to it. I think that's how it was. So yeah, I'm excited about that in the upcoming year. I don't really know what I'd be going there, probably buy a few things. There are a few things that I am sort of looking for. Some of the Harry Potter promos are some of probably the bigger things that I'd like to find that wouldn't be necessarily overly expensive, but still things that I'd really like to get, just because I missed those when they came out. This year's Staircase as well as Diagon Alley are the two that I am missing. And also some minifigures I'd like to get, like for Harry Potter minifigures, the Founders minifigures from the Hogwarts Castle set. It was something this year that I was thinking of as possibly getting that set, and it was just something that never happened. I think it's retiring, and even if it isn't, there's other things that I think I'd rather get, and just get those minifigures, especially just space-wise. I don't have enough space for that, especially if I'm going to now try to fit in some huge Lord of the Rings D2C set, whatever that might look like, and even if it's a mini-scale, what I believe is now pretty heavily rumored to be Rivendell, whether it's mini-scale, minifigure scale, whatever it might be, I'm quite excited for it. And, yeah, I think it will be an exciting set, and I'm hoping that it has some sort of minifigures in it, but even if it's mini-scale, I think it will be a really nice looking set. I think it will be slightly disappointing if it is, but I still, it's still going to be a really big, cool Lord of the Rings set, and even brickheads for something that I am not a huge fan of. I've really liked the Lord of the Rings one. So this one, which I finished here, is the Aloe plant. And just putting in these last parts here. I will say for this one, you can see some parts that you probably wouldn't necessarily love to see, but it's not too, you can't really see them too much, but you can for sure see them. But yeah, this one looks good. Moving on to the last one for this bag. after I get these last few parts in here. And here it is. I'm just going to move some of these things a little bit downwards because I think they look a bit better that way. There it is. I think it looks pretty good. So here are the two so far. And the last one, ow. That kind of hurt. In the corner of a piece. I think Lego next year is going to be pretty good. Just looking at it already, and recently in the last few days, we got a lot of summer, not a ton of set news, I'd say just set numbers, prices, and I guess it's just speculation now what you get. And I think overall it seems pretty good. I'm excited to see what the cheaper Star Wars sets are. I believe there's two Star Wars sets that are in a smaller piece range, almost like a minifigure pack, or a mech style piece range. And I'm excited to see what comes of that. I guess Microfighter as well. If we do get more Microfighters, it'd be very interesting. I feel like there hasn't been all that many Microfighters recently, and I feel like it's just a line that's slowly fading as, there was waves of it. Now there's barely anything for it, and I would say the last few years have been very lacking with the Falcon, the Razor Crest, which was a fine one and totally makes sense. It's just I don't necessarily find it's the best thing. And I don't know, really, when it comes to Microfighters, if it's something I want to continue. I think they're alright, and it's something if I was able to get them all, or most of them, especially the expensive ones, at a relatively decent price altogether, because I don't want to go around trying to buy them separately. If I can get them all together, it's for sure something I'd consider collecting. But I don't necessarily have much interest in the Microfighter line, but yeah, I'm really interested to see what those are for Star Wars. Of course, there's the usually yearly more expensive $150 dollar set. That could be, I guess, anything. I'd say the big thing right now would be wanting it to be a let me just 1 second. I just want to make sure that I did this correctly. A Republic gunship, which I think is a totally fine set, and I would love to see a new playscale gunship. I think there's lots of options as to what it could be. I'd love to get a Wolfpack gunship. I'd absolutely love that. But then my fear with that is the Wolfpack is my favorite Legion of Clone Troopers. And I've mentioned this before. But I'm worried that with how they, except for I'd say 501st, how LEGO currently seems to do their Clone Troopers, I am worried as to that could just be it. A $200 set with a couple Wolfpack clones, Wolf and maybe Plo Koon. It's great. It's amazing. It's an amazing set. But I want more of them, and I would hope, I would want more of them than the few that you would get in that set, and it's something I've thought about, is if I'd rather a Wolfpack gunship or a Wolfpack battle pack. Now, I don't think there should probably be a clone battle pack next year. Probably should be something else, and I'm excited to see what that could potentially be. But yeah, it's interesting, and I'm excited to see what those cheaper sets are. There's some mid-range sets, and overall it seems like a really cheaper priced range of sets, I would say. One theme that for sure is not, if I remember correctly, is Harry Potter, where a lot of the sets are quite expensive. Um, and there's, I believe, a $200 or $270 set for Harry Potter coming out, which I guess it could be anyone's guess. It could be some sort of display Hogwarts icon set. Could be Gringotts. There's so many options for what could come. And a new theme. The Sonic sets seem very interesting. I'm interested to see what comes of those. I think I've done all these, or I completely miscounted how many of these I actually needed to build. There's 8 of them, and I built 5. Well then. This looks, I think so far, building this one is for sure my favorite one that I think I've built. But yeah, it's, this set seems pretty good. I really can't remember the build process on the other 2 I've built, but it's always interesting to build these sets and see what pieces that are used that you just wouldn't expect in these sets, and for sure I'd say these ones are less so, but moving on to the next ones, especially that one with all the egg pieces, there's some interesting piece usages going on. Okay, so it's going to be using those pieces. Yeah, I really like the look of this one. Especially the tilted design that it has. I think that looks really good. Yeah, I for sure, even just this. Sorry, I just gotta, I will check that live chat. What did you get for Christmas? A few Lego sets, a few Funko Pops. The biggest thing I would say I got in terms of Lego would maybe be the police station, the modular police station, some Harry Potter sets, and a few Star Wars sets that I needed to sort of finish off the year. And some just other stuff, but Funko Pops and some Lego sets, pretty much the entirety of this YouTube channel. But yeah, this set is coming together pretty good. Starting to build these in a really odd order. This one is pretty good. I'd say better than the last one in terms of hiding colors that you wouldn't want to see. Like, looking at this one more, you can really see a lot of gray throughout it, those parts for sure. And there's some black throughout it as well. Of course, that sort of blends in with the bases. One thing I don't love here looking at this, and it will stay the same throughout the box, is that you have all these pieces with the little pinholes there that are really going to stick out at the end just so that you can move them around. But I don't know if I'd rather it be in all one stationary position or the modular aspect that it sort of has right there. I didn't really realize this one was on the box. I quite like the look of this one so far. But I'm sort of getting how this set came to be a 771 piece set with all the small pieces in it. Because looking at the bags, you have 3 bags here. I just wouldn't have thought this. If I just took out the bags, didn't look at the box, I wouldn't have expected this to be a 771 piece set, but with all these small parts, it certainly makes sense. Here is the next one, which Hens and Chicks is what this one is called, and it looks cool. I like it. Okay, the second bag, which is for sure my favorite of just looking at this ahead of time. That is it. Okay, so they want you to connect this one with the back of this one in the back of this one. And then you get that. Yeah, by themselves, except for this one, I don't think it looked great. But with this together, I really like how it looks, especially how they had it not just flat. I really do like the look of this, and if this was even the set by itself, I'd be fine. I think this looks really cool. Oh yeah, looking at it next, there is one that will come into play here. That's this one, and it's super tiny, which makes sense because the bigger, this I believe has the 2 biggest builds. Oh, and it's starting with the small one. If you ever wanted like multiple of those Forestman hideout hats in one set, you've got 4 of them here. Interesting part usage coming into play in this one. Yesterday I went to, I took the train down to Toronto and to check out the Rogers Centre and the where the Blue Jays play the baseball team, and I wanted to. They have a renovation going on, completely changing the outfield, I would say, and a bit of other things throughout the stadium, and I wanted to check it out. So a couple of friends and I went down, and there was quite a few things. The bullpen was both bullpens were starting to be added in, and it looked pretty good. And then after that, went to a few stores. Sort of went around trying to see if we could find any sets, Lego sets early. I had seen one set over the last little while, the Quinjet early, but I really don't want to buy an $130 set early and not get the VIP points, especially with it being a set I like and knowing that for once there's actually promos going on at the time of its release. Sorry, I'm just trying to see how this is put together. Okay, I think I get it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I get it. I was looking at it and I just couldn't totally understand what they were doing. But yeah, it comes together. Totally fine. Wait a second. Okay. So, it's one here. so this might be the most trouble I've had with the Lego instruction manual. This it right here. Okay, that was not as hard as I made it. That was really simple. Yeah. There was nothing. Yesterday I got a game for the Switch I bought. But other than that, I didn't get anything. A friend of mine got a couple baseball cases for some baseballs that he caught throughout the season. And I'm so excited to go to more baseball games. I absolutely love going to baseball games. I like football. I like basketball. And I like those sports. I like them a lot. I really enjoy watching them. But there's nothing for me compared to baseball. It's my favorite sport, and I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited to see the baseball season. Again, this is the piece usage, which works so well as some sort of little leaves. It's really good. Pretty impressed with how this is done. One thing here, I was about to say that one thing here is hadn't built the base yet. I had already built the base, it's just that it wasn't connected. One thing that for Lego that I haven't totally decided yet is what I'm going to be getting January 1st. I believe the Black Tron promo set is coming out, which is one that I really want to get. But if I don't know, I feel like I am completely rambling here. I think it's like $180 or more. I might be wrong there. But if that's the case, I just don't see myself getting it, especially with Christmas have just passed. Like, when it comes to Lego sets January 1st, I don't like to go all out with sets. There's a few sets I really want. The Skyline, the 501st Battle Pack, there's Marvel stuff that interests me, there's Ninjago stuff that interests me, but nothing that I will likely get from those themes January 1st. But I guess it's possible now. I do have a few gift cards to work with when it comes to Lego. So I'll see, but I do really want that promo, but I don't really want to spend $200 on Lego January 1st. I was sort of thinking of spending at like $100. The Skyline, maybe the Gandalf and Balrog's Brickheads, and it was just in my head, 501st Battle Pack. Those were sort of three sets. I was planning to get more 501st Battle Packs day one, but the more I think about it, I don't know if I want that many of them. Maybe 10. I'm thinking of 40 of them. Maybe up that a bit more and get 50 of the clones in total. But I don't think I want like the 25 that I was thinking of previously. I think I'd rather put that money into something else than buying 501st Battle Packs. A few months, like a month ago or so, when I was really actually, I did just build a bunch of clone minifigure packs, and I absolutely love those, and I'd buy, if I could, I'd buy more of those. They're in stock, but I can't order them because, well, I've already ordered my 5. So, reading this part. So here's this one. Really small, but actually really nice. Probably my second favorite one. I think it's cool. So, there are approximately 10,000 types of succulents that you can grow. The fun Lego succulents are a great way to start your collection. Didn't explain what it is, but I guess this is one of the 10,000 succulents. I don't know which one. I'll call it hat succulent for having hats on it in green. What's this one? The purple one. Purple is my favorite color, so I like to use that. Really like this dark green, all this dark green here. So far, a really good set. Okay, I have a clock there. Almost 3 o'clock. Okay. So I think for the first time in doing my build streams, I'm actually going to finish a set in one stream. So this one's not necessarily huge. I have a few. Oh, how? I was about to say how there's the Harry Potter sets coming out, especially that second task one, but I don't think those are coming out January 1st. I think those are March 1st releases, so I'll get those when I can. I really do like quite a few of those sets. The banners are interesting, so not something I'm going to get right away, but yeah. And I was sort of thinking if I was to get that Blacktron promo for the price that I believe it will be, and say it's $200. I don't know for sure, but just given the size of the promo, I wouldn't be shocked if that's what it was. If it's $200, so already the things that I want. The Skyline, $30. 5 First Battle Pack, 25, I believe, so 55 there. The Brickheads, the Gandalf and Balrog, at least another 25, I believe, so that is $80. So that's up to 80, so 120 more now. I could just go get there quickly and go for the Quinjet. Other options, the mech, the J mech. That's what I bought last year, at least. Was my big set for January was the Temple. That was sort of around $100 is usually what I spend January 1st, and that was my set last year. Going with the TIE Bomber and something, TIE Bomber, which I think is 80, and then something else. There's quite a few options. I guess the Hulkbuster could probably be added to that to get it to that $200 price. There's those 3 sets that I for sure want to get January 1st. There's some more Lord of the Rings Brickheads in there. When it comes to the order that I'd like to get them, I do want to get them all. Gandalf and Balrog are at the top of my list of the ones I want, really want, and then Aragorn and Arwen would be second, and Frodo and Gollum would be my second. Now, one thing that I was reading was interesting. I believe it was the description for the Lego Lord of the Rings page, which was just really cool to see that they had a whole page for that, and it wasn't just added to Brickheads. I'm assuming they were also added to Brickheads, but I think they have a Stranger Things thing on there when there's only the Brickheads and the keychain, so I shouldn't be too excited, but they talked about in the description, I believe, the world of Middle-earth from the books, the films, as well as the new series. I don't know if I read that totally correct, but that's sort of what I got from it, which is really interesting, because I think it'd be really cool to get Rings Power sets. I know the show hasn't necessarily been all too popular, but there are some things I'd really love to see, and I mentioned that in a couple of my reviews for the show. I love a Númenórean ship. I think those are really cool, as well as Númenórean armor. I just want those minifigures and ships. That's the main thing. I love a Númenor set. But overall, there's not too much from the show except the Númenórean ship that I'd really like. The books is really interesting. And yeah, I don't know, a Tom Bombadil minifigure, I guess, is not out of the realm of possibility with saying something like that. And I guess just creating scenes, but it would make more sense to me that they would just mostly stick to film sets and maybe make a few from the other 2 forms of media some time. But yeah, I'm really excited for LEGO Lord of the Rings to continue. And I'm also really excited for the Indiana Jones theme. I believe those are coming out in April, and I'm excited to see those. Um, the sets for the older films, especially the Last Crusade set, which I believe is sort of a remake of the fighter plane chase, which is one of my favorite Lego sets ever. And I did have it, or I guess I technically do have it. It's just in a bin, and the stickers are absolutely atrociously placed on there. Okay, I've completely done this incorrectly. Okay, that's how it works. Just needs to fit them all. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the Indiana Jones theme, and I'm hoping that it continues past this year. I think there's also sets for Dial of Destiny coming out later on, and I'm excited to see those sets as well. There were for sure a few things from the trailer that I saw, and I was like, this would make a pretty cool set, but we'll see what actually comes of it. I think that chase with the buggies, maybe the parade scene, and the train, maybe even the castle, are things that I think would be interesting sets. Of course, you'd have to change them, considering just from the set pictures and everything, the Nazi logo is pretty much plastered all around the train as well as the castle, so they'd for sure have to sort of go around that some way. But yeah, I'm excited to see what comes of it. I'm hoping for like a dual molded Indiana Jones hat piece. And yeah, I'm really, really excited for that theme. I don't know, when it comes to Lego themes this year, what I am most excited for, because there's some really good stuff that I'm excited to see. I am really messing up this thing. Just dropping everything. My goodness. Okay, I don't even know if I'm building this one correctly, because it just does not look like it should. Actually, no, I've sort of fixed it and it looks a bit more like it should. But there was a little bit of time there when it did not look, it still does not. I am just not doing this one. It's alright. It doesn't look terrible, but I, like, some of the pieces here have tilted a little bit, which, actually, no, okay. Okay, that's part of it. I'm good. I haven't messed this up totally yet. I've messed it up. Not totally. Okay, lavender. Okay, so it's the same word that I believe was used for the orange one there. Echevera. This is the lavender Echevera, which it looks cool. I like the look of it. Even though I've probably struggled with this one the most, but I feel like when I do building streams, all my building is not entirely perfect, so I'm happy that there's no stickers in this set, because my sticker placement would probably be pretty poor. Okay, I think I'm sort of back on track here, and it's not looking too bad. It's looking better. Good. Okay. Okay. Good. Didn't totally mess it up. I don't know what it is with this one. I placed the thing instead to completely miss the set of studs in the center. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, that one does actually look pretty good, and I think it'll look a lot better, even better, I should say, when everything is connected together. Looking at the size here, this is sort of It's going to push out a little bit, but it's not huge. Um, you know, the flower bouquet, like, it really can change the size depending on what type of vase you use. But overall, it's a pretty large set. And, the orchids is tall, but it's pretty bare throughout it. It doesn't have a ton going into it. This is an interesting part. I don't know if I've seen this before. It's just a 2x4 brick with 3 Technic pinholes in it, which is really interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. I always love to see new parts, especially if it's, in this case, sort of just taking, even though for this one, there's probably a lot of uses for it, but it's just, I really like seeing new parts. It's just fun when I open a bag and it's like, I have never used this before, and I've built Lego for a while now, and it's just really cool to see new parts. And yeah. This is the last one of this bag, my favorite of this set. I think this is pretty much just a tiny cactus. I actually have a cactus over it. I'll bring it over. I'll bring it at the end when I finish this one to compare my actual cactus, which I named 2. Not because the first one died. It's not. Even though the next one, if I do get another one, will be named 3. And it'll just keep going. And forever and ever. I don't know. By the time I kick the bucket, I don't know how many cactuses there will be. 20, 30, 40. But okay. I was looking at it from this side. It doesn't look great. Might need to do something with it. Or might just need to get 3. But yeah, I really like this one. It's for sure my favorite of the set. Another theme that I was looking at, Ninjago, a theme that I got into again, this time last year. The set names for that, or at least a lot of the set names, came out this week. And there's a lot of new characters mentioned, or at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 new characters mentioned in the set names, and it's interesting. I believe there's a Destiny's Bounty set, which I'm really excited to see and get. And I'm excited to see what comes of this Ninjago United series, whether or not these sets are based on it, and if they are, it seems like the ninja that have been in the show for so long will be in it. I have not seen the ending of Crystallized. I'm still waiting for my Netflix to get it. They recently put up the first 12 episodes, I believe, of Crystallized, ending with the Council of the Crystal King, I believe. I don't entirely know if that's the fully correct name, but it's sort of around that. And I'm excited to see those last episodes. I really don't have too much of an idea of what happens. I don't know of many major character deaths. I don't believe there are too many. I feel like I would have known if someone, like some big character, I would have known if they died, I feel, at this point. So I'm at least expecting that nobody major will die in it. At most, I feel like, just thinking about it, maybe Garmon. Now, a lot of people who know Ninjago and have probably already seen it, and they're like, you're completely off, and this guy's died, oh no, this guy died too. But I don't know. This one's coming together really quickly, but I think it looks really, really good. These parts, I haven't used them all too often, but they look pretty good for this. And I think this is the one thing here where I feel like I can sort of look at it from another thing and realize this one looks pretty accurate. And size-wise, I'm going to compare it now, but it's for sure smaller than the one I have over there. Now, that one is a bit of a smaller one. I got it from IKEA. And yeah, that's that. Okay, this one's coming together pretty good. So I think I'm going to end this stream, actually, sort of soon. I think actually, looking at it now, I think I need to go do something. Sort of forgot about that. Here's the, oh. I put them in the wrong direction. So yeah, that's going to be that. Bye. Hopefully I actually built these correctly. Second. I'm going to do this correctly, and then I'll end it. Okay, that's that. 1 second, I just need to check something. Okay, I'm gonna finish this one and see if I need to go or not. But yeah, this one is coming together. Pretty good. I'm liking this one actually. Built it correctly, so that's good. Okay, now the top part of it, which I don't know what you call it. Maybe they can give me a little fact here of what you call this. But yeah, I think I will end the stream soon. At a pretty much the hour point, my voice, I don't know, my throat, I just feel like it's a little tired of talking. But yeah, I'm going to finish this one, connect it together, sort of compare it with an actual one, and then I'll head out. But the last one I think will look pretty good. And altogether, I think this set will look pretty nice, and I'm excited to see how it looks all together. I don't know what sets next week I will be doing build streams for. The police station is for sure a possibility. I have some other smaller things that I for sure wouldn't mind just doing build streams for. I enjoy doing these. There's something about them that I like doing. But just luckily right now I sort of have the time to do it. And yeah, this is, I don't know what pink this is. It's like a corally pink. It's a really nice color. I think I have it in a few sets, or not actually, I don't even think that many sets. But I got it off the Prick-a-Brick wall for a piece that I've never used, will never use, and I don't even know why I bought it. Yep. I only bought a couple of them. But I really don't have any use for it. But yeah, I'm multiplying these by 8 again. The number 8 seems to be very prevalent. When building this set, I like the combination of colors for this one. This version of green with this version of pink, I think it just looks really nice together. Mine over there is orange at the top, which this one does have a little orange in it. I think it looks good. Okay, 6 more of these. Then the last one, I'm going to be placing a lot of eggs in one of the ones for next time. Which I'm sure I'm not going to want to place any more egg pieces for a while after I build that one. I think there's like 4 promo sets coming out sometime early next year. There's the Botanical one, which is pretty cool. The Blacktron one. I think there's the one exclusive to buying the modular, which I don't know 100% whether or not that is going live January the 1st. I'm hoping it does, especially since that set would probably be sold out by the time if it came out if it came out a few days after, which would just be really quite annoying. I'm not going to buy the set day one. Okay, I was trying to remember the Jazz Club and everything, the pizza shop, and what exactly it looked like, and it was a pretty good set. But yeah, it's not one that I plan on picking up right away. But it is a pretty nice modular set. Better than, I think, the Boutique Hotel from last year, which for me is probably my least favorite modular, my favorite being the police station, which I finally got this year. And I'm excited to build that. 4, 5, 6, 2 more. And done this. One thing about these sets, I guess you could say, is the builds are somewhat repetitive. Like in this case, building 8 of these. In that one, you're clicking the same part together a few times. But I think for it to look good, you do need to have that. But yeah, this is my favorite one for sure. I really like these two that have been put together this time. And I am now putting the last part on. Okay, now just combine these to this little thing here. Seems well built. I'm hoping that you don't see too many. Okay, that's how. Oh, okay, it goes back and forth between them. Okay, I get it. Okay, so it does seem like you are going to be seeing, okay. Going to redo this. It really doesn't matter. I was just doing it slightly incorrect from how they have it on the instructions, which I don't think really affects the build in any way. Oh wow, alternating these really does look, like if you just did it all in one way, this looks a lot better having it alternated like this. I really like the look of this. Okay. For sure my favorite one. All that repetitive build, totally worth it. Okay, I've messed this up somewhere along the line. Got it. Okay. That is it. And, you know, it's not too bad. You can't see too much of that tan color, which is, it's really nice. I'm happy about that. I prefer to see as little of that as you can. So, this is the Moon Cactus. A really nice one. My favorite so far. The tallest one for sure. So far I'd say this is the tallest one. And that's it compared to that. It's pretty tall, and I like the height difference there. If everything was pretty much at the same, I don't think it would look too good. So, now, little reading on the moon cactus. Let's see. The moon cactus glows red because the moon cactus glows red because it lacks chylophyll? That's totally wrong. Okay, I can't pronounce words, it turns out. And must be grafted onto another cacti for it to grow. Interesting. Okay, now, I'm going to combine these, but first, I want to bring over my little cactus here. Name 2. There it is. Little comparison. Okay, so we got this one. Okay, so like coming at, when you get them pretty much at their bases, they're not actually that different in size, and they look pretty good. It looks, I think it's a really good representation of sort of the idea of what they were trying to create. it's a good job. Good job to the LEGO designers from really making a strong build. I think all of these do look quite well, or quite good. You do have images of what they actually look like on the back, and they look pretty good. So now combine these, and then I'll just end out this stream for today. I hope you did enjoy that. And thank you for the person who left a comment earlier in the stream. It was nice to answer a question that really hasn't been something I've done in other streams. So it was fun to have this stream. I really like this set of them. And I think combined together, which we're going to use 2 more of these pins, and combine the other ones. I don't think I like them displayed like they have on the back of the box with them all separate. I think together they do look quite nice. Oh, okay, so I guess they're going to be all combined at the end. But just to give you an idea, this will go here, and it will be, even though that does not, you're going to have to bring those up a little bit. But yeah, it sort of looks like this. I think these 3 look quite nice together, and I hope you enjoyed this stream, and I'll see you in the next one, which should be pretty soon, and hopefully by then I'll have some videos uploaded, recorded, and hopefully scheduled to keep a consistent schedule, because I think I've been really good this past year, a lot better than I have previously. And I think I've seen growth in my YouTube channel through that. So I don't know if this can be my last thing for the year. I should have those videos uploaded before the year's end, but that I actually recorded this year. So just thank you to everyone and anyone who watched one of my videos this year. You know, I think I went from about 40 subscribers to 83 I'm at right now, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of YouTube, but for me, it's quite a bit. I got a 10,000 view video this year. I think I've really learned a bit more about YouTube as well, and I enjoyed doing it. And I'm happy that I've still been able to stay semi-consistent with college, and I've enjoyed it. So thank you for watching this stream, and I'll see you in the next one, which should be pretty soon. At least next week I should have multiple building streams, brick separator to put in my bin. I haven't seen one of the teal colored ones in a while, trying to find where they're. So thank you for watching this stream, and I'll see you in the next one.